Today I'm going to teach you the APA process for handling your sources inside your paper. First of all, we're going to begin with that parenthetical citation. It comes at the end of borrowed material. Whether you paraphrase something or whether you have an actual quote, you've got to make sure that the reader knows that you have the source, okay? So first of all, you want to have that name. If you have a couple of names, put commas around them. There's that last name. Don't forget to use the and sign, and then give me one more name. Then you're going to give the year, whatever year it was published in. If there's no year, then you do N dot, D dot. And if there's no page, then start counting up those paragraphs. And give me PAR and then that paragraph. The period goes on the outside, not before, but after the parenthetical citation. Okay? Now, you have this borrowed material, but remember that you need to introduce it with a signal phrase. Any direct quote that you have, anything that has quotation marks around it. That signal phrase is a noun and a verb that introduces borrowed material. All right, let's just say we've got Dr. Smith, there's that noun, and I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to say stated. There's that verb. Now, of course, you're going to need to tell me a little bit more about Dr. Smith, help me to understand maybe what article he wrote, give me a little bit of background information. Or the noun might be a website, or the noun might be the name of an article. But you've got this noun, and then you've got the verb, stated, explained, authorized, some kind of verb that you're going to use. Then you do a comma, quotation marks, and you go into the quote. If you have APA, you have to do the year after his name. So what we do is we expand it a bit. We go Dr. Smith, and then we put that year in there. 2004, let's just say, and then you go on with the actual verb that you have for the signal phrase, okay? Then what you do if you've got the year here is that you just need to, at the end, put the page number, okay? So that at the end of the quote, that's what goes there. Please take a look at the documentation that you have for APA and get comfortable with it. Now, the other thing I want to say to you is that you have got to make sure that your parenthetical citation leads you to the works cited page, okay? So, whatever you have, the name, let's call it that noun, that name, okay, in the signal phrase or inside that parenthetical citation, whatever that name is, I'm going to put Smith for my example right now. Whatever that name is needs to be the first name on your reference page. So there we go, we've got Smith right there, and I want you all to see that it matches. What I'm doing when I'm checking your work is making sure that, first of all, you're saying, hey, I borrowed this material. That's what this does. And I want you to know the source where I found it. I go to the reference page and I can find it there. So let's make sure that we have good signal phrases with the year after the name. And then we have good parenthetical citations with the three elements in there, the name, the year, and the page number or paragraph. And then we have good citations that are hanging indented, okay, and alphabetized at the end of the paper in the reference section. So I'm looking forward to you all being very conscientious in applying that APA.